Infographics.
Step right up, it's time to hear the cleverest show of the year. AI catch up, brighter tone every week in your living room.
Hey guys, another episode of the Catch Up.
All right. What's happening, everybody?
Well, I think we're going to be talking about Napkin AI today, right, guys?
Yes, and I'm excited about that. I feel like infographics with AI was just the thing that, just one of those things. I mean, there's so many different things, but it's like, how could you even think you could create these amazing infographics to articulate the points you're trying to make graphically? So I'm excited to share this with everybody.
I've been always so jealous of really good infographics and people that have their infographics. So now that it's like really accessible, it just, it's really neat.
Right? It was like hire a marketing firm for 25, 50K to create that. Now it's like, oh, but Harvey's going to show us, and I'm sure everybody will chime in.
And on the spot, Brooks, I just dropped the file for the my thing, but when I present it, it's not letting me present it that well. Can you do it? If not, I can try.
Yeah, I can do it. I'll get it queued up here.
All right. So big picture, guys. Number one, thank you everyone for attending. This is exciting. I've been kind of traveling all over the world, and I'm excited to have some peace now and not go anywhere and enjoy my home and be able to be with you guys. And so big picture, Brooks and I have a couple of textbooks, probably like the last 5 or so, all are using Napkin AI. So I'm really stoked about showing this. And then Brooks, when you're ready, just put it up there. And big picture, to tell you my workflow, what I did is I used Perplexity AI, and I asked it, hey, I'm talking about Napkin AI, and it did research on everything that has to do with Napkin AI. And then I took that information, and then I imported it into this thing called Gen Spark AI. And there's a part there that gives you exactly pictures of, it can make you slides, kind of like gamma slides. And then this is what I'm going to show you. But you know what? Worst comes to worst, Brooks, I can show it, and then I just can't see you guys when I show it. That was the thing. Oh, you got it. All right. Well, the next slide. So excuse this. I literally just wanted to show you what the output was. So that's part of the deal. I didn't change anything other than put my name in there. Next slide, please. Okay, so what is this Napkin AI? I did a little learning here. Apparently, these were ex-Google engineers that moved on, and they raised about $10 million. So guys here, maybe we can do this. We need about $10 million. So if somebody out there wants to donate to our cause, then this is kind of what these guys did. But what was really interesting is, think of, next slide. Think of all the information that's literally on your computer right now. You guys have PowerPoints, you have PDFs, and on this next slide, you'll be able to see what can I do with this thing. So number one, and this is the highest marking, it's really, really easy to use. 2, it's pretty quick. Literally within 10, 30 seconds, you can upload your information that's on your computer. Say you guys, I'm a doctor, say I've read this latest journal, and I can upload that journal and then extract kind of pictures of it. It does it quickly. And the nice thing, and we'll show you some images here in a minute, it does multiple designs. So I'm really big on mind maps, but maybe Brooks likes a certain type of flow diagram. Well, once we upload the information, it gives us a choice. And then not only that, we can do different colors. So if, say, I'm colorblind to certain colors, it'll give me the spectrum, and then I can pick them and add them. As far as customization, it lets me do that. Definitely great support. I didn't see this until today, but they're starting to charge for it. Next slide. And like all good things, right now I'm still able to use my free credits. One of the bad things that they're saying is that it's hard to integrate PowerPoint into this, but what I'm doing is I'm just extracting those images and then just pasting them into my particular PowerPoint. Given that we have AI now, in theory, you can have, say, ChatGPT make the outline and then have this give you the images and then just paste them on there. I haven't had this issue, but they said that it's having trouble with OCR, with PDF copies going uploading it. I've uploaded an entire chapter and no issues. Other limitations, I think they're saying it's a desktop only creation, and that is, sometimes I'm on a plane trying to work on some slides and I can't because I'm on my phone, so I need to get my laptop out. Next slide, please. And so this is really big, and I would love to hear from all of you guys, but feel free to jump in. They're saying the competition is Canva, Miro. Those are two that I know I hear a lot. No GPT, and Adobe Photoshop. So Michael, Brooks, and David and Brad, I'd love for you guys to jump in on the competition space. What do you see here with these tools?
I don't know. Napkins is it's very unique, and it produces content that is great in depth reports and proposals. I find that the other ones they don't produce the content nearly as well from what I've tried and played around with.
We used kind of pre-napkin, we'd use Canva to create those, but it would be a lot of work. It wasn't as easy. Now Canva did come out with their AI. It's pretty good, but I think it doesn't really build off what I have. It's kind of, if you want to create new things and use AI, so the jury's still out for me on Canva's AI. But I think with infographics, as you'll show, I think we're going to show today just how easy it is and crazy with napkins. So it's exciting.
To add one more thing, Harvey, Napkin gives you a bunch of different options for infographics after examining the text, and it's very fast about that, which is great because you might have something conceptually in your mind about what you want, and then you have a ton of options to choose from, as opposed to the AI just generating something for you and then you not liking it and having to regenerate. So
agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Two worth mentioning before you carry on, Harvey. Two worth mentioning is Notebook LM has its own mind map that's interactive. You can screenshot it so you can set it up the way you like. Take a screenshot, it looks great. And Gemini will now make an infographic. And I'll use the caveat when you use deep research. So if you go to Gemini and use deep research, we could show you there's a way to make an infographic.
Yeah. So to expand on what Michael just said on the strategic planning, that was actually one of the points here. I really think it's really important. I'm a very visual person, and what you guys are all saying is these infographics, being able to take that information, in this example, Napkin AI, and helping me plan my strategy. It's a great tool. Sometimes we have so much data that we can't process it, and sometimes we need to convert it into a picture. And so this is a good tool for that. And then I highly encourage you to try using it on your next meeting, your next client proposal. There's some really interesting diagrams there. Next slide, please. And I'm going kind of quick because two things. I'm going to share these slides on my post, and then you guys can download them. And then I really want to get to Brad, and David's got some stuff, and Brooks to show you. As a doctor, I got to do this in there because I'm not a doctor. If I don't give at least a healthcare example. So think of it as the next time you go to your doctor. Wouldn't it be nice that there's 5 pages of your discharge instructions, and now you can get it nice and condensed and get some images and pictures or speak your language? And so I think that'd be great. As an ER doctor, man, I would love to have some of these concepts in the waiting room and throughout. The other thing, as in the doctor world, there's a lot of protocols, and these things change, and sometimes they're really thick. I spoke to a friend of mine in Germany, and he's like, Harvey, this new protocol came out, and it's 50 pages long, and I know every German needs to read this, but nobody's going to want to read it. So here's a great example. Why not put it into Napkin AI so I can visually see that protocol? Patient histories, that gets a little issues with the your privacy laws and uploading this data. And then, so I won't go there, but that's just an idea in the future. Telehealth support, that'd be great. Say I was your telehealth doctor here and I'm typing information, and say I had it on a llama model on my computer, and then I created those images, and then I could send them to you that way. Or I do it in such a way that I don't violate HIPAA. Next slide, please. On the marketing, I know David and you guys probably speak more to this, so I'll touch on it, and I'd love to hear you guys on the brain side. But on the marketing, obviously social media for blogging, what do you guys think for marketing? How could you guys see Napkin AI being used?
So I've used it for distilling, like you were talking about, a complex document, distilling a complex document, pulling a timeline that's colorful, that's engaging, and then using it and pasting it into social media, and then creating a post around it.
Great. And I'm going to interrupt because I just noticed some text and I missed it. So Bob here says Sketch Wow now is an AI enabled so you can create Napkin AI like images. A subscription is required. Thank you, Bob. He's a doctor. Love him to death. Thank you, Bob. The next one, he says, unfortunately, this broadcast is intermittently freezing. Okay, good to know. Thank you. All right, next slide, Brooks, please. Thank you. And so I'm really big on let's think outside the box. What can we do? Obviously, this would be cool in the legal world, in the financial world. I personally have an AI agent that every morning tells me the latest stock news on Tesla and MicroStrategy. Those are two I've been following lately. But why not take that data that ChatGPT is giving it to me and then put it into Napkin AI, and then I can visualize some of these things. For personal development, I think it's not a bad idea to I know some people have vision boards and certain things that they want to keep. Why not take that information and put it into Napkin AI and now create some kind of different visualization? Maybe not now that can be your board. On the creative side, I know my wife loves to draw. Again, some of her concepts that she's drawing out, why not take her concepts and put it into this and then give it back to her? So pretty cool. How about you guys? Any out of the box ideas that you think you would love to see Napkin or how you guys would use it?
So there's another app called Excalidraw, and we'll talk about that in another episode. But it has these really cool like GIF animations that go along with the infographic, and I'd love to see Napkin start integrating those. I know when you generate it in Napkin, it animates it when you're looking at it visually, like in the preview. But when you actually export it, it's just a static image. So that's something that I'd love to see them start adding the GIFs or GIFs.
Oh, I love that. Good idea, Brooks. All right, next slide, and I'm almost done, and then we'll jump into you guys. So on the market projections, I don't know why I did this, but it's in there. So if you guys are looking to invest, give them a call. But that's what the AI said, that there are market projections in this type of market. Next slide. On the recent predictive and updates, obviously that document upload support's good. Again, it does. You can take your documents out of your Word, your PDF, your PowerPoints. If you're really into markdown version and HTML, you can take those and upload it, and then they can extract and show you. The performance, like they said, it is pretty fast. Let's go to the next slide. I think there's a cool picture on the next one, I believe. But yeah, big picture, it's strong, it's quick, easy to use. I think it's pretty cheap for what you're getting. Next slide, I think we're almost done.
Actually, that was the last one.
All right, awesome. So let's jump in, and then I would love to hear from the rest of you guys. I know you guys had some fun stuff, and I want to hear from you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Brooks, I see you shared my screen there, which is great. So for anybody that's never seen Napkin, we'll go to a brand new, I've clicked the right screen. Here we go. So napkin.ai, this is what it looks like. You get visuals from your text. There's a blue lightning bolt symbol. When you click the blue lightning bolt symbol, you get visual options. So this is an animation on the home screen of napkin.ai that shows you what can happen. You give it some text, you put the lightning bolt button into action, and you choose from a menu, and you can do this for free. As Harvey mentioned, there's a pricing button, which is new. It says it's free forever. It's nothing to sign up. You get 500 credits a week, which is a lot. They're charging in 1 credit per word, so I think you can get 500 words worth. You can edit your visual to an unlimited extent. You can import your files from PowerPoint, document, PDF, HTML, and then MD. I think Manus is the one creating MD files. So it's basically your agentic AI software creations. You can export this as PDF and PNG. It's got built-in styles and fonts. It's got standard icons, but it will be branded as having been made by Napkin. If you want to pay $10 a month, or I guess $9 per person per month, you get a lot of credits from 500 up to 10,000, unlimited export. You get some custom styles and icons. You take away the branding. And if for some reason you need to pay $22 for a whole lot more credits, you get some exclusive designs, styles, fonts, and options there. So this is Sketch Wow that was mentioned. It's $50 for a lifetime. So for some reason you go, ooh, I like the idea of paying $50 once ever. Sketch Wow was what was mentioned. I've never used it, but they've got a website, sketchwow.com. And if you like the idea of paying $50 once, go for it. If you like the idea of paying nothing continuously, go for it. So similar to Harvey, I went to ChatGPT and had a conversation about making a demonstration of Napkin. So anywhere where there's text, I hit the lightning bolt button, and this is what it came up with, right? Some infographics. And here's the idea, right? You get this information overload. You use infographics, it creates a bridge, and now I can clearly understand it. It helps you get to the point, see the picture, and feel smarter. And they've got these cool options like the volcano, that things are happening underneath the surface, and then something happens up top, right? There's information overload, but underneath it, you know, people aren't understanding it. Business goes at a fast pace, and lots of people are just scanning information. And right, we want to know what infographics actually do, right? It helps compress ideas into clarity. You understand it quickly. People find that they trust things they can see clearly. It synchronizes what's going on inside your team with the outside world. And then there's the potential for high ROI. I see we've switched our screen. Oh, there we're back. So the power of visual communication, like here, is like the multiple facets of the pencil. As you can see here, all those different things are contained inside our ability to write or communicate, right? So we're going to compress ideas, speed up understanding. People are going to trust you. You synchronize your ideas with what's happening. And then there's the ability to create content that might get a return on investment. And if you wonder why you should use this, you could read that text, or you could look at this infographic that we made, right? And it's got all these different colors. So what's cool is they've got all these different styles, right? It's a really cool tool. What I can show you is if I highlight this again, right? This is the very first thing I did. I'll click the lightning bolt again. It just bumps this one down. And as Brooke said, there's a bit of an animation happening here, right? And then I get this custom window. And now it looks like there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 options. But what happens is if I scroll my mouse down, I get even more. What you learn from using Napkin AI is the way that your information is being perceived. Is it one to many? Is it many to one? Is it a list? Is it an overlap? Is it a hierarchy? Is it nested rings, right? Is it inside the diamond? And it goes through what the AI thinks your information is conveying visually. And then there's a more button. And there's an almost instantaneous creation of more styles. So is it like a 3D architecture? Is it like an archer's target? Is it like a funnel? Whichever text of information you've given it, all right? Is it like a seesaw? Is it balancing things out? Is it head-to-head competition? Is it a ranking, right? Are we weighing options and ideas? It goes on and on through a lot of really great visual metaphors. And if for some reason I don't like that, I can customize it, right? And I could specify the visual. So I could say ladder, all right? I wonder if I can get ladder. And then I'm going to leave these as is, but you could say I want it summaried or detailed. I want it in a different orientation, which is, you know, landscape or traditional. And I could say stay close to my text if I wanted. But if I put ladder in there, right, it wasn't one of the drop-down options. And then look at this. I get something that's similar-ish to a ladder, right? So it's a really neat way to get your information out there. And if I click one of these and I choose it, right, I get a secondary menu. And the secondary menu is color schemes and fonts. So you notice some of them are more handwritten. Some of them are more traditional. And then the color scheme goes from crayon or pastel to solid block to black and white. Or if I wanted to, I could customize the style, right? And then I could say vibrant, glowful, carefree, lively, bold. I like bold. Let's pick bold, right? And I think I'll just create my style. And this looks like a longer thing than I want, but you can see the options are there. If I go back and just show you just anything at all, right? We'll just pick this one, and we'll pick this one. Perfect, do it. What I could do is I could change this. I could say June 2025. I could say AI catch-up. If I didn't like the way this looked, I could highlight it and I can make it bigger, right? I can move it around. There's all the options you expect from any kind of editor. If I don't like that color, I could make it lime green. If I took this right here and I wanted to change its color, I could make it purple. I could say it's a very clear draft, right? You get the idea. There's all these different options. And it's worth mentioning as well that Gemini, as I said, if you do a deep research, you see in the Gemini pop-up window here, where it says deep research. I did one earlier on AI-powered infographics, right? And it gave me this great research. And I clicked the button on it, create infographic. And to save us time, I've already created it. It creates an infographic based on that information. So I think you're seeing more and more people out there, whether it's Gemini or Napkin or Canva, people are giving AI software users a way to get into infographics. They're saying you should visualize your information. There's a value to it. It's clear what your message is. It's easy to use. It's customizable. And so whether it's a new software, whether you're using Miro, like Harvey mentioned, or Notebook LM, or you're using Gemini, or you're using Napkin, as we've been talking about, visualizing your information is a great way to stand out in the modern era. Video and visuals are the future of social media.
Agreed.
And I've always said that, as us humans, we really learn from cartoons, right? Like to me, like it's so much easier to convey a dense amount of information that way than just a big block of text. And I think it's worth noting that it seems to me that Napkin is constantly adding more infographics and features. I mean, there's easily 75% more infographics there than when Harvey and I started using this like 6 months ago. And the editing and all of those things were not there initially, but now it's really full featured, and it really makes it so much easier to customize and get exactly the information that you're after, especially because you get these nice, and you can, there's so many infographics that it can be a little overwhelming, but I mean, I really like that volcano one. There's another one that's like an iceberg too. That latter one that you just pulled out, that's a pretty new one too. I hadn't seen that one until you did that, Brad. But
well, Brooks, that's the thing. I think the tool has evolved because I've been using Napkin for a while as well. I think as of recent, you can get it to create something on the fly. And I saw we had a comment from Rosa. Thank you for the comment that you like the visuals. It's fun for me to use these tools. I think for everybody here, it's fun to create with these tools. But the best part is that kind of reaction that people are saying, like, this made it easier for me to understand. The real gem for me wasn't in taking something I already knew and making a visual. It was taking something I was mostly confident about and becoming more confident because the visual was what I was trying to say. And I went, yes, it is like an iceberg. Here's what's above, or here's what's below. Or yes, it is like a ladder. The great thing is these tools continue to evolve and at an ever quick pace. David, I know you love Gamma. Have you used Napkin and Gamma together?
Definitely. So when I do Gamma, I'll export it into slides or PowerPoint and then insert a Napkin. Although I think I don't have to necessarily do that, but it does help. There's also too, right? If depending on what the content is about, and even knowing your customer and who you're speaking to, right? There's tools out there like Crystal Knows, or just other ways to kind of understand what the person you're communicating with likes, whether it's colors or how they like things articulated. I think that's kind of next level of how we can leverage tools like Napkin to really speak to the person we're speaking to, that we're communicating with.
Yeah. I gotta say this just because I know it's not the main thing we're talking about, but I literally just watched a TED Talk, and it's called Death by PowerPoint. You should watch it. But the skinny is, you can have so much stuff on your PowerPoint that the person is like, whoa, that's too much. So my suggestion and my tip is use these things. And I'm going to give myself this own advice because I don't do this myself. But when you're doing the presentation, put a blank screen, and then as you're presenting it, then show it. Because if you show all these graphics, most people will be like, whoa, that's too much. So just throwing that aside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was on mute. The best thing I can say is try these tools because they are free. You can't break them, and they take 30 seconds. And like Harvey's saying, people will be blown away. It will be an overwhelming amount of information, but also try it. Like just try it. There's no risk to going to napkin.ai, saying I'm going to sign up as a free user, give it my information, which is say the text I want to transform, and play with it. These are toys and tools at the same time. I'd love to ask the room, Do you feel like you trust using Napkin AI?
I'll start. I do. I mean, it's solid. I didn't know the background from it that Brooks or Harvey spoke about earlier, as far as it coming from the Google engineers. I think when they come from larger companies, some of the backgrounds of these people, maybe it makes me feel a little comfortable for some reason. I don't know if that's, right or not. But what I do love, let me just add one more thing about Napkin. When you copy the infographics and just paste it into your PowerPoint or Google slide, it's just easy, right? Sometimes in the past I have to move a graphic over, and it's a whole thing. This is so easy. Cut and paste. Or copy and paste. So
love it. And I'll jump in next. For me, putting it into textbooks, when I saw that I had the license to do that, I was like, yes, because then it made it so much more fun to make this graphically, reading. Because, I mean, it's fun to read, but if you can have some diagrams, I mean, what a win.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing to remember is that classically, most infographic diagrams came from the same family of 50 images. It's a ladder, it's a pyramid, it's nested circles. There's not this whole ocean of icons that are both good to look at and make sense. Like don't be shy that you can just go and use the same ladder, iceberg, volcano, pyramid. Like it works. It works because people have been busy doing their own things. Michael, what do you think?
I think he's frozen.
Oh, Michael's frozen. Oh no. Okay.
That's pretty good look, though. I thought it was. That's perfect. There you go.
I froze right then at that moment in time.
Yeah, sorry, Michael, we were just getting your input. You're just getting your input.
Yeah. So I've used it with proposal generation, and I'll do it for multiple drafts. And I find that if one draft, the information is changing, it's so easy to just drop the draft into Napkin section by section and generate new images with the content change. It's super easy to do that. You can rapidly produce images and do trial and error through the drafting process, which is very helpful as well. So,
yeah. The best thing is our own team member Brooks here at the AI Catch Up. Brooks, you've done something about Napkin recently.
I have, yes. We created a course. So if you go to the AICatchup.live site, we have a course on Napkin, and we really go in depth on how to use this and make sure everybody's caught up on how to actually use Napkin the right way and the different places to use it. The thing that I really liked using Napkin was talking through workflows or different complex things of if you from point A to point B. It's a really good way of adding additional visuals for additional teaching when you're talking through things or figuring things out. I expect to see people using this for instruction manuals and all kinds of different things. But we do have a course here that you can go and again, AICatchup.live/courses is where those live.
Yeah, I think that's great because when you get a tool like this, some people love exploring on their own. They say, I've got this, no problem. But other people, they love a guide through the process because they value their time. They say, you know what, I'm a busy person. I highly value my hourly rate. And then if someone's going to guide me through this so I can just use it as a resource, get through it very quickly and understand how I'm going to put it into my workflow, that's super valuable. I think the reason we brought the AI Catch Up to life is to help people catch up on tools because people are very smart and they're very intuitive and they're very busy. And at the same time, it's super helpful to have a set of friends here that just say let's catch you up real quick and get you going.
Yeah, agreed. Well, guys, I think this was a good solid episode, and I can't wait to catch up next week.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
And make sure you reshare this.
Step right up, it's time to hear the cleverest show of the year. AI Catch Up, brighter tone every week in your living room.